welcome back. I know we took an off week a little early, but that's okay because things happen, but we're happy to be back. Today is going to be a shorter day. A lot of us are feeling a little rough, but we are going to be off next week because it is Halloween. So y'all will not see us here because we got shit to do with our day. But that being said, I missed y'all. Okay? I missed everyone. Like, y'all, look at this beautiful table that we have. I missed you all so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. I don't want to take too long with intros, so we're going to kind of like get through it so we can get to some cool stuff because we need more Chezz, and I'm just we need more Chezz. That being said, welcome to Ravenous Tales. I am your lovely host, the artist formerly known as Wretched Raven. Pronouns are they, she, any. I am playing Dr. Asja Navek, the slightly nefarious, terrifying, but also brilliant Death Doctor, right? Death Doctor. We love her. As far as things that are coming up, if y'all saw Twitter, I am planning an all BIPOC table for The Harder They Fall AP. That's not going to be anytime soon, but I'm excited to get that started and underway. I've been taking a look at all the interest, which was very overwhelming, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And next up, we have Jay.
That's me. I'm Jay. Pronouns are he, him. I go by Swole Initiative on the internet, and I am your invading dungeon master. So I will be playing the rest of the world. You can find me everywhere at Swole Initiative and streaming on the Swole Initiative Network Twitch channel.
Awesome. Hey, y'all, it's my turn. My name is Danny. You can find me all over the internet at BrutalDan. That's BR00TALDAN. My pronouns are he, him, and today I will be playing Trix, your non-binary drow warlock who has an affinity for blood and friendship. Also has a little pet platypus vampire named Vladipus. Shameless plug, I have kicked off my Substack called Digital Thickness, where you can follow along for little tidbits of where I am in my professional career with marketing and community building and other gay escapades that I get up to.
The fucking sick, by the way. Digital Thickness is so good.
What's up? It's my turn. My name is Awesome, pronounced he, she. I'm an award-winning game writer, designer, performer, and friend. Tonight, though, I'll be taking on the role of Deimos. Deimos' pronouns are she, they. Deimos is a lover and a fighter. Shameless plug. You should follow my Twitter page for my podcast, Secret Histories and Nerd Mysteries. Secret Histories and Nerd Mysteries. You can follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky at Nerd Mysteries. It's at Nerd Mysteries. You just keep an eye on us. In 2 weeks, there's going to be a pretty cool announcement. Should be a lot of fun. That's me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joy. Pronouns are she, her, any. I am playing Olga Mars, who is that bitch. She is a Dhampir rogue. She's hungry, she's horny, and she really... I don't think there's much else to say. Shameless plug. I will be on Ravenous Tales on Monday with a fun Pirate Borg one-shot. I will be playing a muscle mommy named Lamb Chop. She is tall, she is mighty, and she wants to have a good time. So please tune in Monday at 8 p.m. on Ravenous Tales and come meet Lamb Chop. That's all. That's me.
I'll be running that game, by the way.
That's right. This is the first... Wait, no. This is the first time you have run a game on your channel since the rebrand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sick. I'm Nick Diction. I play Chezz. He, him, pronouns for both the characters. I'm a character. You can find me at Twitter and Twitch at Diction, and I mostly play video games and scream at them a lot. That's been my whole thing. I have a frog. Pretty cool.
Does
all I got.
Does your frog have a name?
My frog is named Paku, which in Japanese is like chomp.
Yeah,
like
it's
chomping.
yeah.
And that's all he does. He just sits there and he chomps on things.
That's how Pac-Man got his name.
Yeah, Paku Paku.
All right.
Do I keep going or okay?
No, I think we're good.
Phil.
You want to know more about my frog?
I mean,
There's nothing else to say. He just sits there. That's all he does.
I think we're good. I think we're ready.
Are we done with frog facts?
Yeah.
Frog
facts.
Yeah, for now. It might come up again later.
All righty. Let me get this started. All right.
Oh, wait. I have a quick question that I forgot. Do we get a long rest?
You do. You all
Yes!
get
Okay.
a long rest. Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
No, I rested really well. It was lovely.
I rested just okay.
So, last time on the Wretched Harvest. Holy hell, a lot. So debriefing after the melting of Sylvester, you guys eventually decide to go separate ways to then potentially reconvene afterwards. Olga, Chezz, and Deimos heading to I have to get my names right. The Sitting Duck Inn. Sorry, I'm jumping from worlds. The Sitting Duck Inn to question Lou, the owner, and also to check out Sylvester's room. Snooping around, you found a couple of notes and journals and such, as well as a stack of bonds. While Asia accompanies Trix to go and visit the Little Whispers orphanage, which they grew up in, which initiated all kinds of repressed memories for Aja. I won't get too into that because that's a whole rabbit hole to get into. But eventually leaving from there, you guys headed back to the mausoleum to sort of liven your spirits.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
I do know.
Yeah, I'm in that kind of mood. So, we're going to open up in Sylvester's room after a heavy night of slumber. Olga and Deimos asleep in the four-poster bed of Sylvester's suite in the Sitting Duck Inn. You guys are woken by rapping knocks on the door outside.
Deimos actually got up at some point and went to sleep in the chair.
And Olga rolls over, like just lets out a big stretched arm and then rolls over as if to lay it across Deimos. And her arm just flops on the empty spot on the bed. And then she lets out a little groan and goes, "Oh, someone was grumpy last night. Didn't want to keep me company. Can you get the door? Or come cuddle? It's your choice.
I'll get the door.
Have it your way." She lets out just like another And then just curls up even tighter in her blanket.
I say the before I open it. Who is it?
I'm just checking whether I can come in and clean.
No.
Oh. Should I come back?
I'll tell you when you can come back.
Okay. Should I wait here until you tell me?
I creak the door open. What do you think if 2 adults are in the room and you're told to leave?
That I should at least give you an hour?
I just closed the door.
Good answer. I like him. Let
Oh,
him
buddy.
in. Let him in.
I will not be letting him.
Great doing
Also,
business with you.
only 1 hour.
Olga is standing up and wearing nothing but a bodice that is very, barely laced up, and a very short pair of bloomers with little black frill on them. And she just holds her arm out and goes, Come, Deimos. I'm hungry. It's morning. You've been depriving me company.
Of course.
Let him clean. We'll go downstairs and visit Chezz.
Chezz. But yes. I open the door. Come back, apparently.
Has it been an hour already?
Please don't ask me any more questions.
Okay.
You can tell that Olga has this zeal about her, as almost as if everything that she experienced yesterday never even happened. She's lively. You would think that she slept the best that she has in weeks, largely in part to feeding on her favorite person, also sleeping, also drinking, and any other number of things. But she is in a very good mood. And she doesn't really even seem to fully dress herself before she throws on her just black overcoat and just throws up a boot up her leg, boot up the other one, and starts clumping toward the door as if she's ready to go downstairs, just barely put together.
You're in a good mood.
Why shouldn't I be, Deimos? It's a beautiful day. You're with me. I'm satiated, but getting hungrier by the minute. What shall we do with this beautiful day?
Well, we have to go see Chezz. And we're going to talk to some of the railroad workers, remember? Involving the death yesterday?
Oh, we're still on that.
Yes, we have to figure out what's going on. We have to make sure none of us are sick. We need to make sure we know where it's coming from.
Or we don't. And we sell one of those really deliciously rare books that I plucked out of that guy's pocket last week. The tome of forbidden rituals that I've been trying to offload for a while. Maybe if we go visit Ajja later in the day, she'd like to buy it, and then we'll party the rest of the night with the spoils.
My sweet, Asha told you no 4 separate times. Secondly, Aja could not afford how much you want to sell that book for, even if they wanted it.
She's lying. I know she can. Everybody knows she can. What do you think she does with all the money she finds in the pockets, Deimos?
I don't
Fine.
think she takes the money, frankly. I think she considers it useless and not scientific and puts it back or throws it away.
Oh, you don't know her as well as I do, darling. She's well off, trust. Let's go see Chezz. Maybe Chezz has a good idea for the day.
Yes, I do think you should eat before you go hang out a bunch of railroad workers, though.
Sounds like a lovely idea. And Olga turns to make sure that she took the journals and bonds that she found in Sylvester's bags. Specifically goes to the side of the bed really quickly to check for the little journal she discarded while she was laying in the bed the night before. She grabs that journal off the ground and just puts it into her side pocket, counts all the bonds to make sure she has them all, and then begins to go toward the door downstairs.
You put the book within the book, within the book, within the book.
That's correct, yes. The Russian nesting dolls of books.
We
They are
reverse.
all in my
There's a
pocket
hole in the
now.
log at the bottom of Kettlebrek.
Yeah, so you guys can head downstairs, and you guys just going straight out to Chezz's place. Do you guys know where he lives?
I thought he was asleep under a table.
I'm screaming. No, Chezz has a place. It's just sad.
Oh, he went home.
Chezz came back to the bar for a morning cap, which is like a nightcap, but in the morning.
Chezz, please.
I legit did not think Chezz had a home and slept under.
I thought the same. I thought
No.
Wherever the
You
day
think-
ends, like that's where I sleep.
You'd
Like,
think Lou would allow that?
Well, that maybe they had worked out a
Me and
deal
Lou are
or
cool,
something.
okay?
I know.
I don't know
Lou-
if you're cool.
Well, he tolerates Chezz, okay?
That's the better word.
Olga might not like might not like Lou because he ran his mouth one time, but Chezz and Lou could have a perfectly lovely relationship.
I have an unhinged question for you specifically, Joy.
No such thing.
What is Olga's passive perception?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's quite good. Oh, it's 16.
Okay. I think when we are like walking downstairs, at some point over your shoulder, and maybe you see it a lot, I don't know, but Deimos is staring at you like you are like a delicate rose.
So you said I know, like, this is as we're walking down the stairs.
Yeah.
So as we're walking down the stairs before we get to the landing, as the stairs turn downward, Olga stops and turns, and you can tell she's really leaning into almost like feelings of romance. As like her like décolletage is still very exposed, like she's got her jacket just kind of hanging off her.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets a little closer to Deimos, says, "We're gonna have the best day, aren't we?"
Every day with you is?
Is there anything you want to tell me while it's still just you and I? You seem grumpy, Deimos. And Olga just sort of takes the back of her finger and just trails it down the side of Deimos' cheek until it hits like Deimos' jaw, and then takes it down like sorry,
Yeah.
down Deimos' neck and stops at the collarbone.
No, there's nothing I need to share right now.
Well, you look beautiful today, and I am happy to share this day with you. And Olga grabs Deimos' hand and walks the rest of the way down the stairs holding Deimos' hand, and begins to look under the tables as she gets to the bottom to see if she sees Chezz anywhere.
Just assuming. Yeah, so you come down the stairs, and immediately to your right, you see that Lou is already up. He's kind of doing a lot of cleaning and things. Like there's one eye stalk like around like several different things. As you kind of come around the corner, and his like big eye kind of swings over to the side. Oh, good morning, Sleeping Beauty.
He's talking to you, not me.
No, I'm pretty sure he's talking to you.
Oh, morning, Lou. Can we sit anywhere, or?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I thought that you'd want to sit over by him. And kind of points one eye stalk over towards like a booth that has Chezz at it with like sort of a swill mug in front of him.
Let me tell you something, Lou. I know we got our differences, but I like you. Like, a lot.
Get out of here. You're all right.
You don't want me to pay for this first?
Didn't I make you pay for it before I gave it to you?
You know what? I don't remember. And I swing it, and I notice my friends over there. Hey! Holga! Demas! What's up? How you guys doing?
It's Deimos, but that's all right.
It's
Close
fine.
enough.
It's fine. He's being cute.
It's not.
Nope. Straight up forgot your name. Sorry.
Chezz, how are you this morning?
It's Chezz.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Chase.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I'd forget my hat if I had it on my head, so.
Chezz,
we
how
going
did
to
you
the-
sleep?
Barely, I guess. You know, as much as more normally. Like, let's say 50-50. I got 5 hours of bad sleep, but good 4 hours of sleep. Anyways, we're supposed to go to the bus depot or something, right? Because of your dead friend.
Olga turns and looks at Lou. Lou, what are you serving this morning? I want to make sure. Oh, okay. Deimos, whatever Lou has available, I will buy you for breakfast, Deimos.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Not sure what I want to eat is on the menu, but I'll take a look.
The food here is really good. Well, it's pretty good. It's okay. It's fine.
It's one of full restaurants, I understand.
Olga sits down and pulls out the same book that she was reading that evening with Sylvester as she waits for Deimos to receive her food and eat.
Chezz kind of like saddles up next to her, like, what's that? What you got there? A novel?
It is a book.
You're not going to give me any more information? It's just a book?
It is a book that I am reading.
Okay, what's it about? What's the story? What's the arc? What kind of characters are we talking
It's
about
pay
here?
to play, Chezz. If you want to know more, you must pay. I am a businesswoman. If you'd like to
don't
read the
have
book,
money. You know this about me.
Chezz,
Okay.
if you prove yourself useful in helping us figure out whatever it is that we're trying to figure out in this quest that Deimos has us on,
Uh-huh.
I will give you this book, and it will pay for probably the next 20 years of your life.
20 years?
Might even get a good
One
bit out
book,
of it too.
20 years.
Yes, 20 years.
I could buy a house with this book?
Absolutely.
Oh, what are we doing here? Let's go to the bus depot, train station. Where are we going? I forget.
We're going to what the railroad workers means.
Train station. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I got a friend over there. I can totally hook you guys up.
Perfect, good. Deimos is eating a piece of just like raw meat, like an animal. Like bloody steak, like some sort of fucking wolf dog.
Like half a gazelle on the table.
Yeah, I think as they open their mouth to eat, you see there's like, you don't know if sharpened or if they came like that, but like very sharp like incisors, like in the back rows.
Like a saber tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about the food. Stevie's usually back from cleaning, but I don't know where he is.
No, this is perfect.
I'm not much of a cook.
No, this is how I enjoy
Don't
it.
eat,
Thank you.
after all.
Right. Extra dimensional creature being.
Yeah, it's weird. I just imagine food.
Couldn't you just imagine more help? And with that, Deimos gets up and leaves.
We should go to the train depot. Let's go.
It's like all of Lou's
I
eyes.
can see Lou's eyes just like.
Just a
I'll
buffering wheel in his big.
I'll leave that program running for the morning. That'll take a while to download. We should get Dr. Aja and Trix as well.
Oh yeah, they're part of our party too. Forgot.
We're not a party.
They went off on their own.
We are a group of people with the same goal.
Right.
My goal right now is to get my bodice laced up. Deimos, would you help, please?
Of course.
I'll step
And-
outside for this. Like, I'm good.
Oh, don't want to watch. Chezz.
Ah, not really.
Olga
seems
stands there
personal,
with her arms in the air and just waits for Deimos to come and lace the rest of
Deimos
like a
said it
little
was-
toddler waiting for their parents to put their like
Absolutely.
clothes on.
Exactly. That's the dynamic.
That's so good.
Yeah, absolutely. Deimos comes over and like laces it up and in like Olga's ear. Hope it's not too tight.
It's perfect.
Just
You
like
would know. Oh, my heart. Sorry, that was out of character, not in character.
And Deimos leaves on that note, like leaves the. Let's go. We have people to get.
Olga stomps out.
All right, so as you guys leave, Lou hollers out to Chezz. You know you should earn that book. You pay off half your tab.
Yeah. Love you too, bud.
Chezz, how much do you owe Lou?
That's not even that. Don't ask. It's
My
the whole
goodness.
thing.
It depends. Are we talking monetary or emotionally?
Fair, valid.
So you got.
I'll pay you back. I will pay you. I will pay you back. Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me some time.
So you guys walk out, heading towards Aja's place, and we're actually gonna fast track over to Aja's place. Well, actually, why don't you guys fill us in with what happened last night? You guys were at the mausoleum, and that's kind of where we ended. Where did the night go from there, guys?
Did we spend the night at the mausoleum?
Probably.
I think we did. So I would assume that it was almost a wordless night after what happened, but it was very comfortable and very nostalgic. It was what Trix was expecting when they wanted Aja to go to the school, and they. In the morning time, you probably just see Trix on the side of gnarled up roots on this tree, this like almost blackened tree that's so old, and it's almost like they were meant to sit there, that they've sat there for years and years as a child, and they've gotten a little bit bigger, but it still fits them, and you kind of see them half laying on the tree with now Vlad just laying down on their lap, and you can almost see them breathing in sync, with not necessarily shallow breaths, but shorter breaths as the sunlight starts to peek open.
I think Aja did end up sleeping, but a lot of the night was her catching up with spirits that she has not spoken to in quite some time. I'd like to think that some of them can come see her, but a majority of them are stuck there. So she, between naps, was kind of keeping them in the loop. And I think for the first time is when you would see Ajja with her guard down. At least 80% down, right? Never fully down, because Trix is there and the history and everything that happened, but she's finally in her element with her people. And so there's just a lot of, hey, what you got tall, and like, well, yeah, I'm not a child anymore. And a lot of just like small talk and deep conversation. And if Trix ever caught any of this, it would look clinically insane.
Yeah, I think they would definitely, like, at first they're like, I don't understand what's going on. And as the night kind of progresses and as they kind of catch conversations here and there, it takes them back to childhood, where they're kind of putting the pieces together now of like, oh, this was never a game for Ajja. This was like, she can actually feel the presence here and talk to another side. And Trix never really understood that until now, until what they went through last night. But still a little terrified to even bring it up. So not really calling it out or anything.
I think there's a point where Ajja does fall asleep, and it's deep sleep. And I think that there is something tormenting her on this particular night. Because while it is deep sleep, it doesn't appear restful. So by the time the sun crests over the horizon and that gentle pink and orange color paints itself across the sky, Ajja stirs from the grave that she had laid on, and there's bits of like grass and twigs that are caught in her braid, and she just kind of like brushes them out, and it's very reminiscent of like when they were kids, and like the only difference is there's no laughter or like giggling, and Trix isn't walking over to like take them out of Ajja's hair. She's kind of just like doing it and stands up and like pulls her coat down and grabs the plague doctor mask, and there's a little bit more hustle and bustle, and she just puts it on. And as soon as she stands and looks to Trix with a nod and starts for the gate, there's a couple of people passing that almost go pale white at the sight of Ajja as she holds the gate open and motions towards the road, towards her house.
Probably see the people on the road kind of go like white, like you said, and then kind of start hurrying each other along, sort of picking up pace, not running, but just kind of like hurrying and looking a little panicked. And I'd probably say that Trix, like, I think the night before when you saw Ajja like speaking to what is essentially to you no one, especially coming from the school, that kind of triggers these echoed memories, and you kind of see Ajja kind of fade into like the child form of her from your memory, and you see like the mausoleum kind of turns into that like graveyard, and you just picture and replay those memories and things, and then it fades back in, and that's really what starts to connect the dots with an older and somewhat wiser Trix.
Yeah. And I think as we make our way down the road, we probably run into the three of them before we even make it to Ajja's house.
Yeah, more than likely. Heading out onto the road and starting your ways towards Ajja. The other three of you kind of see them in the distance. Definitely a recognizable couple to see on the road. between Aja's Plague Doctor getup and Trix's tricks. And Vlad, obviously.
Glad to.
Easy to spot in a crowd, at least.
Platypus
So-
is a dead giveaway. Yeah.
But yeah, you see them ahead.
Hail, well met.
Audra just kind of peers from behind the mask and gives a nod. I don't suppose that you are heading to my house again, are you?
Well, we were, but we met you here, so we no longer would be. Chezz knows some people who work at the rail, and hopefully we can track down this lead.
We're going to the bus train yard. You want to come?
Chezz, this city does not have a bus depot. I don't know how many times I have to say it.
Same diff.
I'm frankly not even sure what a bus is. I assume you're talking about a very large chariot.
No, yeah, very large. With like 4 horses pulling it because it's too big for like 2 horses. That kind of thing.
You just see Aja pinch like the bridge, where the bridge of her nose would be on her mask. And is just like, death, please take me soon. Please take me.
Not until we figure out what's going on, good doctor.
That's dark.
Is it?
Chezz says that.
Is it, Chezz?
A little bit, yeah.
Then you've learned nothing of me.
Oh,
So,
come on,
the-
let's go. You're
the-
fun. You can be fun when you want to.
There's a clench in her fist. She is obviously uncomfortable and is just like,
Well,
to the rail yard then, please.
Railyard. That's what it's called. Okay.
yes.
Railyard.
As we start walking, I'm like, I mean, Dr. Asha, do you think you are not fun? Then do you actively try to be unfun?
I
Good point.
suppose
Good point.
when so many people find you unfun, you learn how to have fun in being feared.
So then you think you are fun?
Well, by that logic, absolutely.
Well, there
You
you
should
go.
have seen the couple running away from me after Trix and I left the graveyard. It was quite amusing. The little hitch in their step.
You've earned your respect. I can understand that. I have a similar effect on certain subsets of people.
And that is something I respect deeply in you, Deimos. Now, I fear I've hit my small talk quota for the day. Shall we? And she
Oh.
gestures down the road.
Deimos says you're all welcome, including you, good doctor.
Very well. Chezz,
Hi ho! And I lead the way.
Chezz
bus
saving you
depot.
from saying lead the way. Dr. Aja shaking. Chezz lead.
there's just like, you cannot see her face, but for anybody like camera angle in the mask, there's just a jaw that is clenched down tightly.
Like Tony Stark when it's like in Iron Man.
Yeah,
mask
it's very
camera.
like in there you just see like this seething, like as air just like pours from her nostrils.
Fabulous.
In my head, you kind of did the Arthur fist. Great. Okay, so with Deimos using up the one question for today for Dr. Asha, are you guys just heading straight to the rail yard? Yep.
Probably
Sweet.
to move the plot forward, yeah. I imagine that would be good.
Well, I mean, Aja has things on her person as needed, but like, she's a doctor. She's
Yeah.
got salves and stuff and things to throw at people's faces.
I'm yelling. Yeah, really, Deimos has something else to do unless someone wants to talk to Deimos.
Sweet. Okay. Is there
Trix is
anything you
super
wanna-
happy that the team's back together. And when Chezz is like taking the lead, I think Trix kind of like has a little hop in their step and like walks beside Chezz, and it's like, so we're going to a bus, you said, but I don't think I've ran across buses before.
It's a bus depot for trains. I don't know what it's called.
But you also said something about horses.
Well, yeah, because buses are basically pulled by horses.
So is it
You can't have a bus without a horse.
But it's a train.
Or at least several horses.
But what about the train?
Oh, that's propelled by steam, I think. They shove coal in it, and then steam comes out the top.
So why are the horses near the steam factory?
No, the horses and the trains don't. There's no correlation between the two. They're different things.
I think you just kind of hear this like excited banter.
This is the entire conversation we have on the way to the train yard.
The three femmes in the back. Dear God, take me. Dear God.
Death, take me. Death, please. I am waiting and willing. I am your servant. Take me.
Cool. Okay. So if that's the only discussion that's going on the whole way to the railyard, we'll just like fast travel over to there. So, coming up to the railyard. So, what you guys see? Oh, my dog is going nuts. What you guys see in front of you is this really long platform. There's not much of like modern security or anything to get there. You can pretty much just walk up. There is a small ticket office off to the side, almost like an island booth that has glass covering it. And then directly in front, you see one of the trains that goes towards Skellingchester. So it looks a little bit nicer. Like I said before, there's also the industrial end of the platform as well that goes the other way, that takes a lot of the wares and things that are made and produced by the blue collar side of Kettlebrek and takes that off to Skellingchester as well to be sold on. But there's sort of a like I said, a nicer looking train. Very sort of classic I'm sorry, I'm blanking. Very classic looking, like steam engine, that's the word I was looking for. So like funnel topped, rounded front end to it with like a shunt shoveled front, and then heading off you can see that there's no driver in the train right now, and it's not like actively sort of running. There's a couple of people getting off, not many getting off. More people are getting onto the train at this point. And you can see them sort of hollering over to a younger, sort of like early mid-20s looking tiefling. He is this wonderful like golden color with these almost like short gazelle or like springbok like antlers that kind of do like a small like corkscrew pattern to them, which kind of is at odds with this sort of bellhop style hat that he's wearing, that he has to keep like pushing back onto his head because the horns keep knocking it off. Wearing like I said, like a scarlet bellhop uniform, struggling with like 3 large suitcases as he's bringing them up to the train.
All right, so Chezz, I practiced this one. Chezz is rolling up with his crew behind him like he owns the fucking platform, just like finger guns and everything. And if you can imagine, since it's Victorian era, Vivaldi doing a cover of Life at the Outpost by Scat Bros. You know, give your love to a cowboy man, dun, 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 and he's just really feeling himself there. Like he like this place is his home. And he calls out the tiefling, Faustus! Hey, Faustus, what's up, man?
He's struggling with the bags. Hearing his name, he kind of looks up and drops them all. Like one kind of flips open and a bunch of clothes like spray out onto the platform and things. He goes, "Hey up, Chesney, you alright?"
Yeah, I'm good. Do you want help with that, or like?
Oh,
Can I just stand here awkwardly?
And he's just kind of like hands on hips, like looking at the mess. Ooh. And he looks around and makes sure like no one saw, and he's like, "Yeah, if you don't mind giving me a hand, that'd be great."
Yeah, I got you, bud. Don't worry. And I start gathering up clothes that might have been from the case it fell out of. I don't know. I'm just shoving it into a
Kind of just mushing it shut. There's like socks hanging out of the like seam and things like all. It's a mess.
Yeah. Listen, I hate to put you in a bind here, but these are my friends or colleagues. I don't know if they want to call me a friend yet.
I'm your doctor.
Anyway, she's my doctor.
Colleague is a better word.
Okay. So this guy died, like horribly, right?
Oh,
and
which one?
No. Some guy. He's not here. He's dead. He's gone. And but he was from out of town, right? But he was like kind of a like a rich type person. Like he would have been on one of these trains. His name was Sylvester. He's a blue tiefling, and he had a lot of luggage. Like he was going to be here for a couple of weeks or something. So I was hoping that maybe you noticed this guy. Maybe you knew what he was in town for. Like I know you're a people person. You talk to people all the time. You know, like if you could help us out, that'd be awesome. It's a lot to dump on you, I know, but
yeah, but he's dead now.
Yeah, not because of us. We didn't do anything to him.
Right.
He would have died either
We're not
way.
sure. Yeah, we cannot confirm or deny.
Did you see someone like that on or off the train, or maybe he had a private car, or anything you can tell us?
You know, it was like, I guess maybe 3-4 days ago.
Okay.
Very pompous looking prick got off the train. He was very blue though, like in color, not in mood. He was actually pretty chipper in that kind of respect.
I see nothing wrong with this description of him. That is my type.
Blue, got it. So do you have anything useful besides he was the color blue and chipper? Not to be rude.
We kind of need to know, like, what he was in town for. He had business here, and we're trying to figure out exactly what that business might have been.
Did you see him with anyone else? Those sorts of things.
Oh, he traveled by himself.
Of course he did.
Let me think. He just kind of stares off for like too long.
You just see Asja in the back, like getting visibly annoyed at this point, and it's just like, did he mention at all why he was in town, or are you just going to stare into the abyss?
Oh, I do apologize. I talk to a lot of people.
Yeah, give him a break. It's Faustus.
He
He's a
was
good
a
guy.
very good tipper.
Really quick out of character, the bonds that I found in the bag, those were for the railroad, correct? Railway, correct? Okay.
Yep. They are investments in the railway.
Olga pipes up. Who might we see if we want to purchase bonds for the railroad?
Oh, I don't know. Probably someone in Scalingchester. I doubt anyone around here has any like that.
And then, is there ever anyone important that comes to visit the station that works for the station that could deal bonds or anything like that?
Not really. Oh, I suppose every now and then, the people who are invested in the railway, they show up every now and then.
Have they been here recently?
In fact, and he points over, like, behind the ticket office, sort of booth, behind the sort of window covering on the wall. There's a couple of portraits. And he goes, "Is that him?" And there's one portrait of Sylvester behind the ticket booth, looking very regal, pocket watch open in hand, looking very pompous.
Yes, it is. So he was the important investor who came to visit then.
He did say he had some business in the area, though.
Right, we just have been unable to figure it out, and it's weird that whoever we have business with hasn't come looking for him because he's dead.
Unless, of course, they're the reason why he's dead.
It could be true.
He did turn into a giant mushroom. I mean, what?
Chezz, please.
Is there anybody in the ticket booth where the portraits were?
Yes, there's sort of an elderly human woman behind the counter, just kind of like rifling through things and organizing. It's still fairly early, so they're just kind of organizing.
Can Trix send Vlad over to try to distract her while Trix Misty steps and tries to like take the portraits off the wall? Because you said there were multiple portraits, right?
Yeah, there's three.
Okay.
Three.
Yeah, Trix is going to try to take all three portraits, including
Okay.
Sylvester's.
I'll help you with that, and I go in and I give Faustus like a nice like bro hug, and then while I'm hugging him, I whisper an abyssal in his ear. Thanks for not mentioning my last name, bro.
He says back in abyssal, "All right."
Cool.
Okay, so how are you planning to distract? Because they are in like this island booth that has sort of a solid wall to the back of it. There's a door in that wall, but in front is basically like a C shape of like glass.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Vlad over there to start like tapping his beak on the glass to try to get the woman or the person out to the outside. And then while the door's open, Trix wants to Misty step in to the into that C shape.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you even need to roll for this. So Vlad flies over to the window and just kind of hovers and starts tapping on the window with his beak.
I think Vlad starts by just tapping because he just looks like a platypus, and as he gets her attention or their attention, starts flying higher and higher, and then just drops back down and like repeats that. So tap tap tap, fly fly fly, plop, and like makes eye contact. Tap tap tap, fly up, plop.
Okay. Initially, what you hear is "in a minute" as they're kind of like rifling through things, and then the second or third like round of tapping, she goes, "I said in a," and then just books it out the door.
Oh, so they're gone. She's gone.
She's taken off.
No Misty step needed.
Vlad's a flying vampire platypus. Of course she's gone.
That's fair.
This is a normal person.
A regular human. Yeah. She just kind of kicks her heels up into her hand and just starts booking.
Trix turns to Chezz and is like, "Hey, can you hold the door real quick?"
Yeah, gotcha.
And yeah, Trix will just go in there and try to pry these portraits off the wall.
Yeah, I mean,
And Chezz, while you're prying them and they're making a ripping sound, just like just making as loud a cough as I possibly can.
Okay, so you're half choking to death. This is sort of gas lamp style, so they're just sort of ornate frames that are hung on a wire, like hanging wire. So you're able to just.
I'm coughing for no reason.
They're pretty big
Okay.
though, like they're sizable, like they're meant to be seen. But you can grab all three. It'll only take a couple of seconds just to kind of lift them off.
Yeah, I lift them off and kind of sneak back out towards the group and hands Deimos, Olga, and lays one by Ozja's feet. I lay Sylvester by Ozja's feet. Hey, look what I got.
Oh, very good. Breaking and entering.
Well, we didn't really break in.
It was just entering, really. There was no breaking.
Oh, Faustus, you saw all that?
Oh, yeah. Chezz was giving me a hug. I just watched over his shoulder.
Faustus, I want to confirm. Sylvester arrived alone, correct?
Yeah, by himself. Said he had some business to take care of, and then he was going to see some broad or something.
Some broad.
So-
Did
Faustus, do you want to try that sentence again? And I kind of head jerk at Olga.
She's the broad.
Chezz, do you want to try that sentence again?
She's the Goyle.
Olga
Girl.
smacks Chezz on the side of his arm.
How?
Says, point received. Okay. He arrived alone. He had some business, needed to see an extremely elegant and beautiful woman. And he'd met no one here on the platform, correct?
No one here. I got his bags off, and then off he rode in a carriage.
Olga sighs and looks at everyone.
Did you see either of these two? And points at the portraits.
Not in a long while.
Perhaps they have perished as well.
Well, I mean, just a couple of months.
Is
A
Where
lot
it,
did we
longer
find
than
them?
I saw that one.
Skellingchester? Is
What
that where
about-
they would be? Skellingchester?
Oh, I don't know. Probably.
I would like to roll, or do I just know of anyone that would be worth talking to as an investor of that status? Is there one rich guy, or is the mayor sort of situation or anything? Or is it more likely some other rich person snuck into town and this was a neutral meeting spot? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So there's something I need to roll.
Okay. Yeah, give me what would I? Yeah, give me a a history check, I guess.
Okay, I don't need to roll my clicky
suss out
clack.
the area.
Oh, +0. 12.
12. You do know that there is a richer area to Kettlebrek. If anyone is going to be invested in the railway and also living in Kettlebrek, that's probably where they're gonna be. But other than that, nothing much else.
Are there any names, name plaques on the frames or anything? Also, what do they look like, the other two? Are they tieflings as well?
No. Sylvester is the only tiefling. There is also a human man with a top hat and monocle, with two hands clasped around a cane, with white sort of wispy hair that's sort of pulled. Well, you wouldn't see he's wearing a hat in the painting, but he has this very short but very manicured sort of pointed goatee and handlebar mustache. So he's kind of stood there. And then the other one is... It is 1 second, sorry.
No.
Jay writing down notes. Monopoly man owns railroad.
I didn't even think of that. That was
It's funny. Colonel Sanders is all over the place, honestly.
The third owner is also human. In the portrait, sort of more of like a mocha kind of complexion, younger as well. I would say like a little bit younger than Sylvester. Sylvester kind of looked like had a little bit of gray starting to come in, probably sort of mid to late 30s. This one looks a little bit younger. Has a like a very small mustache, like jet black, almost like Poirot, if that's Agatha Christie. Poirot, yes. Little
Yeah.
Belgian detective.
Hercule Poirot.
Hercule Poirot. Yeah. So yeah, that kind of mustache, and then his hair is kind of pulled back into like this very manicured pompadour.
We love that. We love a good pomp. Have I treated any of these people outside of Sylvester in his near death?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
You said yes or no to the name plaques.
The name plaques are inside.
So they're still inside.
They are attached to the wall.
Okay.
All right, another heist. Let's go.
Wait, time out. Do I know the names of these people without going back?
You can give me a history check. You're not too like in tune with the social
23.
hierarchy. 23.
I'm not in tune with the social hierarchy.
Maybe you
You don't know the second richest people, but you know the richest people.
I think maybe I know more than people think I know.
No one pays attention to you, so.
Exactly.
With a 23, you would have seen the guy with the monocle.
Do I just call him Monocle?
You can?
Do I know his name?
No.
Okay.
When Olga was looking through her books, inside the book, in Sylvester's bag.
Oh,
Did you
time
say-
out. Actually, that was a nat 20.
Oh, you critted?
Okay.
Yeah, I
You gotta
did.
call
I'm
it out when
sorry.
you crit.
I didn't. Well, because it just said 23.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Joy. I did not mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine.
But it was, yeah, it's a nat 20 plus 3, so it's 20. Dang. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, with a natural 20, I'll give you an extra bit that you have seen him like once or twice, and it's always traveling to and from the sort of the richer side of Kettlebrek, like up into the sort of the higher lands.
Okay.
Did you say when I was looking through the notebooks that there were names in them? I can't remember what you said was in them when I was looking through them.
No, there weren't names. There was like disjointed, like shorthand notes that said about the.
Oh, weren't there like initials or something?
Yes, there was. CA.
CA. Okay. Well, Olga is literally just going to walk over to the ticket counter and glance at the wall and see what names are on the wall.
Yeah, so obviously there is Sylvester Morningstar. Was his full name. Then across from there is another name that reads Mr. D. Zabov, Zahbov. And then there's the third plaque, which reads Dr. Cornelius Anders.
So Olga comes back to the group because they would not yet be aware of the significance of CA, and looks at them all and says, Sylvester had a journal with one of these gentlemen's initials in it. Anders, C. Anders, who's on the wall. He might be a good place to start, as he seems to be of significance to Sylvester.
Excellent work.
Thank you.
I can recognize which order. It was the third name. Is that on the plaque? So it was like Sylvester, then Zabov, and then which are you able to remember, happy little darling? Are you able to remember which order was the last picture on the wall? That one is Anders.
Oh, yeah, I think it was that one, and points at the white mustache.
I just shake my head.
Or it could be that one.
Give me a history check, because this could be funny.
Ooh, 17.
17. Yeah, you point at the sort of white gentleman with the monocle and top hat.
I'm
like the important one.
90% sure it was this one, but just in case, and then Trix like bends down and like tears off the portrait of all three of them and rolls them up. We'll take them all. One of these three has to be C. Anders, and it's probably not. And then like takes out Sylvester's and like hands it over to you. Do you want this portrait?
No, now that I've been made aware that I've been identified as some broad, his picture can go wherever anybody deems it fit. I'll pass. Thank you.
And then Trix just tears it in half.
However, it doesn't matter if we go to the wrong place. I'm a hungry woman. If we end up at the wrong door, I'm sure I could make good use of whoever we meet. And then we'll go straight away to the correct one.
We won't be feeding on anyone we're investigating. Let's go.
You can see Faustus is just kind of kicking the ornate, like, golden frames, like, down, like, the side of the platform, like, onto the tracks, like, we'll just take care of those for you.
Doing great, bud. You're doing great.
Thanks for your time, and I flicked them over a gold coin.
We don't suppose we know where this Anders person lives, do we? The nice part of Kettlebrek, or do we think he's from Skellingchester?
I know somewhere we can find out. I say, giving us a spot for a break.
Yes, I gotta empty the bladder. Thank you, Henny. After 2 children, shit just don't sit right. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it. So, yeah, with that, we'll take a quick 10.
Yeah. We will see y'all in just a few. Sit tight. You're not gonna want to miss it. Okay, bye. Love you. See you in a minute. Oh, hi,
Hello.
friends. Oh my God.
Chat, does your thumb hurt?
Welcome back. I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I hope y'all got your snacks, your hydration, your stretch, you took the medicine you need if you need it. And that being said, I'm gonna get right back into it.
So I think we left off with me asking if we knew where we would go to find Mr. Anders. Would I need to roll anything to be able to discern if I would have any idea, Jay, what neighborhood to look in for this individual?
Jay, you're so muted.
So without rolling, you know that it's going to be up around that sort of richer area. If it's going to be within Kettlebrek, but you don't know by yourself whether he lives in Kettlebrek or not.
I have a question. So,
Yes.
my background is athlete. The feature for that is Echoes of Victory. Essentially, I have, so boils down to, I have a 50% chance to find someone who is willing to provide me information due to how badass bitch I am. I would like to try to find someone that works in like the city clerk that will tell me where this guy lives.
Ooh, okay.
Because they know I am such a motherfucker. Like either they saw me in a fight or I fought someone that like attacked them or something.
Not in a sports kind of way, but
no. It made the most sense for what I was going for. But yeah, definitely not in a sports kind of way, in like a Street Fighter kind of way.
Okay. So, you know what? I forgot that we had a feature for our background. Maybe I can use mine here. Are we still with Faustus? Like, we haven't moved yet, right?
Yep, no, he's still there. He helped you kick the frames away so that you don't get caught.
Okay, so I actually take my Plague Doctor mask off and I kind of lower my hood, and I'm going to use my feature called Heart of Darkness. So those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you're no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you. Unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them, they will even take up arms to fight alongside you should you find yourself facing an enemy alone. So while this whole thing is happening and everybody's kind of talking, there's a moment where there's just silence in Ajja's world. And a small circling of shadow kind of pulls at her feet as it courses over her form, and she moves over to Faustus. The yellow in her eyes being completely blacked out for a split second as the shadow kind of eclipses her irises. And she smiles. Faustus.
Yes.
Would you be so kind to tell me exactly where I need to go to get to the Erlands, is it?
The,
You know, the swanky part of town.
Oh, you know, I've never noticed before. Well, I say never, I've only just started speaking to you, but you seem like you've seen a lot of darkness in your young years.
Oh, haven't we all?
And I feel for you. Puts a hand on your shoulder.
A little comfortable, are we?
It'll be all right.
Oh, that is delightful to know. Can you tell me how to get to...
Oh yeah, the rich part. Yeah, you probably want to check Nettle's Head.
Nettle's Head? Yes, of course.
Yeah, the gated community up on the hill.
And that's... What was that again, darling? I'm sorry, I wasn't
Nettle's
listening.
Head. Sorry, it's me accent. Nettle, like the thing that stings you. And head, like what's on your shoulders.
Yes, very good. Now please remove yourself from my person.
Oh, right. Because I'm like, sorry.
Nice horns, Faustus.
Oh, thank you. And as he kind of like looks up to kind of like touch them, like it knocks his bellhop hat off and oh, fuck it. Picks it back up.
You may want to invest in some elastic.
Yeah,
As
I
she,
tried
like-
that, but it sticks in me chin, and then I'll get this deep red mark under me chin.
Or around your horns, Faustus. Goodness.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I'm not surprised. Anyway, Nettle's head. Nettles like the things that sting in the head, like the thing between my shoulders.
Yeah. That's right. Like I
All
said.
right. Come see me anytime you don't wish to see a normal doctor, yes?
Oh, all right.
Right at the edge of town.
I'll remember that. Thank you.
Of course. Now, please, remove yourself from my presence.
I'm gonna have to stay here for a few minutes while I pick up these cases. Is that all right?
No. You'll give me and my companions some time to discuss things without nosiness. Yes?
Oh, I'm not nosy, but that's fine. Give me just I'm just gonna push them over here so I can pick them up. I've still got a job to do. If you're not gonna move away from the cases, I'll take them over there. So he piles them up on top of one another and kind of pushes them
Yes, and Raven. Yes, and.
But as he starts to edge off screen, he kind of stops by Chezz and says, "Here, how did that fella die?"
Chezz?
Oh, he, I don't really, well, we killed him, kinda, but before that, he turned into a giant mushroom fungus thing, and then he attacked us, so it was self-defense.
Can we
technically.
hear this?
Oh, Faustus is not a quiet guy.
well, can we hear Chezz say this?
Was this supposed to be a big secret?
I'm sorry. It seems that some of the side effects of my treatment for this gentleman have gone a little awry. He's saying things he doesn't mean.
Oh,
By
yeah.
all means, boy.
Yeah, no, I got syphilis, so she's been treating me for that, and it's got me all kind
Gave you
of
syphilis.
beard brained.
Faustus, Faustus, you should leave if you like your teeth.
Don't be mean to. He's helped us out, okay? Faustus, go continue your job, do your thing. I'll come see you in a couple days. We'll hang out, have a brewski,
Yeah, all right. You mean I'll pay for you to have a brewski?
Yeah, we can negotiate it later. Yeah.
Chezz got paid
Seems you
yesterday.
owe everybody money.
Debatable.
Chezz doesn't owe me money. I paid Chezz yesterday.
That's true. Yeah, if anything, Amos owes me.
I believe he spent it immediately on ale.
Well, that's
He's
his money.
exactly. So he's fine.
I earned it.
He's
okay.
well. The point I'm making is you recovered. You received your due, and you're good. We are all settled.
We can stop dogpiling on Chezz now, right? Let's just bygones be bygones.
Going onward, correct?
Perhaps I should have stitched his mouth shut.
How would I breathe?
Wow.
You have a nose.
I've seen a lot of darkness.
Could you breathe? You have a nose. And
At this point, Trix is like kind of pushing on Faustus to help push the suitcases over. Thanks for your help. Don't tell anybody I broke in. And just stay over here.
Secret safe with me.
Faustus, quiet down, or Deimos
That's
is
a nose.
Oh my
okay.
gosh! I see why they're friends. This is exciting. And then keep pushing.
Oh, all right. He kind of starts leaving. I was just gonna say it's like another one of those weird deaths that's been going on around the place. But
Trix
carry
pulls-
on.
Start
I'll
Hold
see
on.
you later.
Stop shoving it.
Goodbye.
Stop. No, bring it back. Bring it back. What did you say?
Bring the cases back. Hold on.
Leave the cases.
Leave
See,
the
I
cases.
like
Do my
Faustus.
job.
We'll deal with the case. I'll help you with the cases. Bring it back here. Say what you just said again, one more time.
Leave the cases.
No, before that.
About the deaths.
Oh,
about
weird
the
deaths.
weird dying stuff.
That's what I said. Weird deaths.
Yeah, what's weird about them though? How many have happened? Like,
Oh, there's, well, several that I know of, but it's weird. They're not really linked because there's no like similarity, but it's just like they've popped up with these weird deaths.
they're like,
Well,
Our guy
there-
It's a new one though.
oh, what are the other
What?
ones?
you
Didn't
see,
have that on me weird death bingo.
you, you see, I can't. You see Astra just like take out a notepad and like a small like little quill with a small vial of ink and just now Faustus, was it? What are these weird deaths? Not mushrooms, that was a first, but the others.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one guy was found without a skeleton.
Fascinating. And you see, like, there is more joy on Ashtra's face than there should be.
Never enough joy on her face. Sorry.
Wow.
I got it.
I'm not blushing.
I'm sorry, I ruined it. Keep going.
No,
you're writing in your
you're
cute little
good.
You made it
notebook.
better.
You're writing in your cute little notebook like you're cute.
without a skeleton, you say.
Yeah, no skeleton. It was like a bagpipe on the floor.
Well, that's an image. A little meat sack, if you will. And she kind of just like giggles. Anyway, no skeleton. What was the other one?
The other one that I know of the details, this guy was just, well, we don't know if it was a guy really. He was just missing his entire front half.
His entire front half.
Like, was the muscle and sinew there, or
Oh yeah, well, not the front half. Like
right,
if you
cleaved?
like if
Yes.
you took a line
Yes.
straight
I
down
see,
to your
I see.
feet.
I thought you meant like the skin. Okay.
Any
No,
others?
entire front half.
Were there any others, darling?
Those are the ones that I know the details of. It's just kind of going around the streets.
Quite interesting. Yes, and they were found here in Kettlebrek.
Yeah, all of them.
It's a wonder nobody's been knocking on my door. I'm a little offended.
Well, it means.
Well, you
someone's
scare
trying-
people.
Mm,
Doc.
Chezz.
Not me. I don't give a shit. But normies,
Most-
you scare the shit out of them.
Most likely, someone is trying to keep it quiet, the same way we were.
Then I
Or that.
suppose I shall have to check with the medical community.
They're scared of you too. You know that, right?
I don't care.
Well, I'm just saying.
Chestwick.
They not be. That's not how it's pronounced. But that's
I
not.
don't care.
It's Chesney.
Chezzik. The W's silent.
Oh,
Chesney.
the The W is silent.
Chezz.
How queer.
Why have you let me call you Chesney for this long?
You just called me that. I just didn't correct
Thought it was
you.
your name?
Nah, I go by Chezz.
Rick starts pushing Faustus
You can
away
call me
again.
Chesney if you want to. I don't care. It's fine.
Faustus, did you hear anything about the
Pulls him
locations?
back.
The locations of these deaths. I know that you said they were in Kettlebrek. Did you hear about where any of them were specifically?
One was at the harbor, but the other one was like further into the town. This is a thing because they're not really linked, but it's not like normal murders where there's just a dead person. Well, I suppose there is a dead person, but it's just in a weird way.
Mhm.
So the harbor and one deeper into town that isn't linked to the one at the harbor.
Well, other than it being weird, which is kind of my own category system.
I love your brain, Faustus. Thank you so much for all your help.
Well, you're welcome.
Can you tell me, where exactly the person without a skeleton died? Was that one at the harbor?
It was, yeah.
All right. Perfect. I suppose. No. Like she was playing with like a little coin in her pocket and like took it out and looked at Faustus.
Give me an insight check.
An insight check. Okay. 15.
15. You can tell.
Can I use my passive insight? Because that's higher. It's 16.
Sure.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, with a 16, you can definitely tell that Faustus is just happy to help.
Oh,
Like-
he's like a little gold. Oh,
I love him. I love him so
Good
much.
guy. Why do you think I'm friends
Yeah.
with him?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
already-
It's just
I already
extension
gave
of
Faust.
friendship.
I already gave Faustus a gold coin, everybody.
I
I
know.
I paid
I
Faustus
want
4
to buy-
pieces of information ago.
I want to buy him dinner, that's all.
You want to buy him dinner?
Yes, Deimos, but I won't. I buy him dinner, he becomes my dinner, Deimos. You know how it goes.
Please don't eat my friend.
I also think you shouldn't eat Faustus.
Would like a second not eating me.
Oh, Faustus, it could be so fun, but okay. Because you've been so sweet, it's fine. We'll come back and see you again.
I'd like that, yeah. I'll tell you what, it's really lucky that no one else has come along in this like 20 minutes that we've been talking.
I've been thinking
We
that
talked
this whole
about
time.
a lot
I'm
of
like, we got
murder
to-
in the last 20 minutes. It's true.
That's where we came right
Oh,
before. That's where we came first thing. No one's at the real first thing at Kettlebrek. The first train out isn't for a while.
So I think I was just kind of lost in thought. Do we dare split up again and find a way to investigate both the weird deaths and the richer district?
I feel like eventually the paths are going to lead to the same place. And it's easier if we hit all the nails at once.
With our powers combined,
Wait,
So you have
Deimos,
no
did you
plan.
just
We-
you
we
want
can-
us to stick together?
we can do things better all together.
I think you've excited Trix.
Yeah. Well, Trix knows what's up. This is cool.
Yeah, right. I bet if we all stick together, we could find out a lot.
Faustus.
No, you have a job to do, bud. You got to stay here at the train yard. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're gonna go now?
Deimos starts walking away.
Honestly, Asja has already walked like closer to Deimos than she has ever.
I give Faustus a nice like pat on the shoulder, like you did good, bud. You did good. I'll come see you.
All right. See you guys. Bye. He starts like fumbling with cases in the background as you guys kind of walk away.
There's like, let's be honest, once again, whatever it is Olga wants to do, that's where I'll be going.
Of course. Such a good little lapdog.
I fully stop.
Asja doesn't.
I like stop and look, like I'm like in you, so you run into me then.
Yes, and I do so unblinking.
Doctor,
Deimos.
I remind you how I earned my respect. And if you really greet death so willingly, then don't watch your words.
Oh,
But
dear.
I remind you that I'm due respect the same way you are. Don't think you're better than me.
Oh, I never said no such thing. Is it not true that you follow her around?
I am her friend and companion, yes.
Okay, then.
But calling me a lapdog is a little bit rude, and you know it. You are too
Oh.
smart to play stupid.
You are correct. Still, I find it amusing.
I don't. If
Well,
you want me
now-
to respect you, then I expect you to respect me.
Like you respected my house when you demanded that I stopped what I was doing with my patient.
Yes, I thought perhaps a new plague trying to wipe out the town could be more interesting than whatever you were up to.
But we didn't know it was any kind of plague, and still we know nothing about it being a plague, do we?
We don't, but maybe if you were faster, we would.
Olga
Maybe.
walks up. Olga walks up and listens to the conversation and says, Asja, you love it when we supply you bodies. You thank us graciously every time we do. Why was this one so exasperating to you?
Because I was in the middle of something I felt was important.
That's fine. But once again, Dr. Aja, sometimes other people find other things important and they express that to try to get what they want. You, deciding that only what you care about is most important, is not going to get you very far. And you
It's
can
gotten me
pretend-
thus far, and I am more than willing to continue that line of thinking. Now, we can sit here, and you can expect me to apologize for what I have said, which will not occur.
We know, darling. We know. You never
Or,
do.
exactly, we can find this quote-unquote plague and find answers, since I'm not fast enough. But you're keeping me instead of letting me run.
Olga.
And understand that I am in this for what I want and no other reason. So as long as that is clear, I'll stay out of your way and you'll stay out of mine.
Whenever you admit that you're lonely, Doctor, we'll all be here. And I move out of the way.
There's an
Chezz is
audible cackle.
trailing behind with tricks and Muffin's on his shoulder, and he says, "So, does Vlad have like a corkscrew penis like a duck has?"
You know
He's
what?
completely ignorant of what's going on in front of him.
I've never looked at Vlad's penis. Sorry.
That's okay. When you get a chance, though, like, let me know. I just need to know for my own edification. Nice night. Is it nighttime?
Olga is watching as Deimos walks away
Nice day.
from Asja's face and says very loudly and very confidently to Deimos, Deimos, I'm following you. Wait up. And follows behind Deimos.
There's a shit-eating grin on Asja's face. My, how the tables have turned.
Exactly. What do you think? What do you think you have figured out, Doctor? You have not quite so figured out.
I think very clear to everyone. I think it's very clear, especially to Aja and Olga, who've probably seen Deimos beating the shit out of someone, that is probably the closest Deimos has been to just like wringing the doctor's neck. Like, she's like, I know I can beat you in a physical fight and this would be over, and I'm so close to just like, we can do this without you. And the only reason she stopped is because Olga said something.
I think Trix looks over at Chezz, also kind of oblivious to this. It just looks like they're like talking about plans. And just looks over at Chezz. It's like, okay, so those three look like they're going to the dock. Should we go back in town?
Screaming. We should stay together, these two.
I mean, yeah, if we want to abandon the plan of keeping it together and go check out that other corpse, sure.
Well, that's just option B. It looks like Deimos has a lot to say to Dr. Aja, and I don't know if I'm vibing with this energy.
Deimos has a lot of rage issues. I noticed that, yeah.
It's kind of endearing a little bit. She seems like she cares a lot.
Yeah, too much sometimes. Like, cares way too much.
Well, I think I'd rather a friend that cares way too much than not at all.
Bro, you know what? You got a point there. Yep.
And just kind of like still trails behind them with a thought of just like turning around.
You want to hold Muffin? I hand over Muffin.
Yes. Holds Muffin.
I think Aja, like, it's sick, but there's a happiness here. Like, she enjoys getting under people's skin and kind of, honestly, she probably didn't mean what she said to Deimos, but it was fun for her after having to like mask with Faustus a little bit. And though she did mean what she said about barging in, but she just kind of like smiled happily and affixes her mask back and walks behind the pair. So are we going to Nettle's Head, or are we going to see these bodies?
Nettle's Head, fuck these bodies. Knowing Aja wants to see the bodies.
You see, that's a little awkward. I do enjoy death and bodies, but fucking them. Now, Deimos, even I have standards.
I will say the bodies have likely been cleaned up. It's not happened in the past couple of
No
hours.
way, no,
Not even
not
fuckable at this
not
point.
in Kettlebrek. I'm joking. This is like CSI, right? Everything's just paused. Yeah, Deimos says Nettle's Head, and we'll work on the bodies later.
Okay, so you guys are heading as a group to Nettle's Head?
Sounds
No?
Aja's breaking off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good.
Where is Aja going?
She is going to head to the harbor.
Okay.
Oh, with me and Trix?
No.
Did he just?
Yeah. No, she's just going.
Oh,
Like, I don't
okay.
know that she's going to tell anybody.
No.
I mean, Deimos wouldn't stop walking. My passive is 20. I notice and just keep doing what I said I was going to do. I can't dictate for other party members.
Olga's just following Deimos.
Okay, so it's just Aja that's going to the harbor, just peeling off by herself, and the rest of you are going to Nettle's Head.
I suppose since the situation me and Trix were avoiding is now over and done with because Aja left.
Olga stops and turns and sees that Trix and Chezz are still standing off to the side, and Olga notices in Trix's eyes that Trix is eyes, like her eyes have widened and they're looking between our group and Aja. And Olga asks Deimos to stop for a moment. And Olga walks over to Trix and says, "Happy little darling, I think our friend needs a friend. Do you want to go? I think you should go."
Well, shouldn't we stick together? Is there a way that you think Deimos would want to go to the harbor too?
No. I think Deimos and I are going to Nettle's Head. And I think you are going with Dr. Aja.
Can I bring Chezz?
Sure.
I'm up for anything.
I know it would make her very happy to have you there. And then she boops Trix on the nose and says, "Deimos, wait up." And then catches up to Deimos and walks with Deimos.
You know, shady ass shit, but I live for it. Let's go.
Got him.
Olga has done it out of love, I swear.
I follow Aja and I do a little thing, right? Toss Muffin from one hand to the other. And it's like, you know, when you throw a cat onto a bed and it comes up for another, like, go at it. What? You don't have cats that like to be thrown onto a bed?
No.
That's
Sorry.
suck.
Anyway.
Anyway, it's a little game we play. Muffin loves it. He likes to fly a little bit because he doesn't have wings. No.
Amazing.
You see Muffin kind of, as they get to like the crest of the arc that they're thrown through, just kind of puts its legs out. little Titanic moment.
Yeah, I think you see Vlad just kind of mimicking the arc.
Well, Vlad can fly, so doesn't have that problem. You throw him, he'll come back.
So, Chezz, we're breaking off again. It's fine.
So I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. Chezz, Aja, and Trix are heading to the harbor, and then Olga and Deimos are going to Nettle's Head. Wonderful. The three heading to the harbor. It's not very far from where you are. Maybe 10, 15-minute walk. You know, Kettlebrek's one of those places that like everything's kind of 15 minutes away.
Mhm.
But it's like a literal 10 to 15-minute walk from here because of the industrial side to the railway station that swings by the harbor. So you guys are able to easily make it over to the harbor. Do you join as a group on the way, or do you hang back a little bit?
I think we're still following Aja with some space in between us.
Yeah, I'm giving her some space because she clearly needs it.
Okay. Yeah, so as you guys walk up to the harbor, again, there's no like it's not like modern day. There's not huge fences or anything like that keeping people out. You can pretty much walk straight onto it. There's a couple of sort of wooden ships in the harbor where like crates and things are being loaded on and off. And the water is just filled with this like low setting like smog that's just kind of so heavy that it sits on top of the water, that just kind of like rolls over itself. As far as you can see outwards, it just kind of like rolls into this like ongoing mist as it heads into the horizon. But as you guys are kind of looking around, we're gonna flip back to Deimos and I need to come up with names for you guys as like mini groups. Deimos and Olga heading to
You can call us the lapdogs.
Perfect. Well deserved.
Dreaming.
Well deserved. Yeah. No, it's perfect.
It's kinky. I like it.
Heading towards Nettle's Head, which takes a little bit longer to get to from where you are, but eventually reaching it. It's a little ways of a walk. It's on like the outskirts of town, up the hill, as everyone said. There's this sort of black iron twisted fence that goes around the outside of this area with these like large, very ornate at one time black iron double gates that sit in front of you. But as you both approach your destinations, that's where we're going to end tonight, and we will continue our investigations after Halloween.
2 weeks.
After Halloween.
In 2 weeks.
Yes. 2 weeks, y'all. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for bearing with us. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
I like how we
Just can't hide it.
twice already. We're
Well,
on episode 3.
Listen, I'm so. This is my first time playing like a lawful evil character, so it's weird because she's a loner. Now you're sticking her in a party, and she's like, I don't really want to fucking be
Yeah,
here.
it's like I don't want to play with these people. Go
Oh,
Yeah,
we
I
won't
don't-
let you be alone. Try it.
Nice try. You got to be in the
Yeah,
group
nice
to play
try.
the game.
But anyway, thank you all so much. I hope that you have enjoyed tonight's episode. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's funny as hell. Faustus, you sweet baby angel.
I'm in love with Faustus.
Character I
Love.
created 15 minutes before the show,
All right.
or at least Jay knew about him. 15 minutes before the show.
I am waiting for Aja to figure out in 2 weeks that Faustus thought that she was flirting with them.
She's not gonna understand that unless somebody spells it out for her, because nobody flirts with her.
Aggressively won't be. I hope no one else does either.
I've
Chezz will
been
come up
flirting
and be
with
like,
Astra this
listen,
whole
like,
time."
you haven't called Faustus in 2 weeks, and he's been waiting for something, like a text or something. I don't know what's going on, but...
What? We're in this. This is the Victorian era.
Yeah, you can
You
text.
have-
We don't
carrier
text.
pigeons.
You have sending.
Just
It's true,
for sending
actually,
me.
No,
Anyway, sorry.
Astra would ruin that man. Anyway, moving on. Yes, I'm Raven. Pronouns are they, she, any. I have played for you the tiefling, edgy plague doctor cleric, by the name of Dr. Aja Navek, she, her. And yeah, that's it. Bye, bitch.
Yes, and I have been your invading dungeon master once more, Jay Foster, at Swole Initiative on the interwebs, and streaming on the Swole Initiative network. My pronouns are he, him, and I played, in order of appearance, Stevie the gnome, Big Lou Kerr, the beholder.
Luke Kerr? Oh, God.
Ha!
Oh, I get it.
It's the wave of us getting it slowly.
I still don't get it, so it's
I don't
fine.
get
He's,
What
he's
I got you, babe. I'll
Thank
send
you.
it.
Message me, babe.
Irish New York, Kerr, Kerr. And yeah, and Faustus. So that's me.
I love Faustus. Oh my god.
Does Faustus have a last name?
Nope.
Not right
yet.
now.
Good. We don't know yet.
I feel like it has to be like
I just called him.
It's
I
about
was like, what's
to
a cool
be
name?
Faustus Navek. Don't you
Yeah,
worry.
I was like, what's a cool name? Faust. What? How can I improve that? U.S. at the end. Faustus. That's as far as I got.
That's his last name is Us.
No.
All right.
Oh, it's me. Hey, y'all. My name is Danny. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me all over the internet at Brutal Dan. That's BR00TALDAN. And tonight, this evening, I have played Bellatrix Trix Bloodlust, your blood obsessed little non-binary drow warlock with a platypus.
What's
Perhaps learn how to do the platypus growl.
yeah. What's up, everybody? My name is Awesome Pronouncer Hide. She an award-winning game designer, performer, and friend. You can find me everywhere on the internet at since at Sailor SCT Austin. Tonight I played Deimos, who's Pronouncer Shide. That's all I'm supposed to say. Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.
Bye,
It says bye.
bitch.
It literally says bye, bitch, right
Bye,
there.
bitch. All right. Hi, I'm Joy, sensitive Joy on the internet. My pronouns she, her, any. I play Olga Mars, the Dampier rogue that you love so much because she's great, right? She's not a bitch at all. And yeah, her pronouns are she, her, and that's all. Bye, bitch.
I'm Nick /Diction, he, him. I played Chezz. Bye, bitch.
All right, y'all. We hope that you have a very happy and safe Halloween. We will see you for the first Tuesday in November, which is the 7th. We'll see you November 7th. Oh my God.
A long way away.
That's a long way. Okay, but we
You
love
can
you.
handle
that.
All right. Bye,
Bye,
friends.
bitch.
Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.